What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm the GZ guy. Thank you so much for finding time to check in. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today, going to be doing a couple things to the G35. One of them being getting the car cleaned up. Here in a second, I'll spin the camera around and show you. My car is filthy. It hasn't been this dirty in a long time, but unfortunately, with work schedule and just the dew in the morning and the dust and all that, she is looking pretty bad and driving me nuts. But we're gonna get that fixed. Once I get that done, we'll do some wrenching on the car. Give me a second here. I'll spin the camera around and show you what we got coming up. But we're gonna be installing a PCV kit, so positive crank ventilation, for those of you that don't know what that means. We're gonna be putting an elimination kit onto the vehicle. Once I get to that point and start doing the install, I'll explain more of what it is. But give me a second here. We'll get the camera spun around. I'll show you what I'm talking about, what we got going on all the way around, and we'll get moving forward, guys. All right, so you see the kit up there. I'll get to that in a second, but man, look how dirty my car is. Driving me nuts. That is not normal for me, and I absolutely hate it. So we're gonna get it cleaned up and back to where she deserves to be, because that is not okay. With that said, guys, here's the kit that I ordered from Concept Z. So it comes with the two breathers. You got the male and female fittings and the caps, along with two spacers, which those won't be used. We'll get more into that. There is other ways that you can do this. You can actually piece your own kit together, relatively inexpensive. Back in my Honda days and stuff, and even like my DSM days, used to run down to AutoZone, whatever, and you can buy the breathers. So we'll get into all that as well when we do the install. Some cheaper options. This was convenient, so I went ahead and just went this way. And literally, guys, like all these fittings and stuff, you can find at excuse me, you can find at auto parts stores and hardware stores, so on and so forth. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, get my stuff together, get the car cleaned up, grab just literally a couple tools that we need. Should be a fairly quick and straightforward install. And with that said as well, like I said, I'll explain more of the purpose of this once we get under the hood, and why it might be a good option for you guys and gals out there with your 350Zs, G35, I mean really any car. There's different kits, but obviously my channel's more dedicated to the Nissan Infiniti world. But like I said, back in the day, I did this on my Hondas. I had done it on my Mitsubishis. Guys and gals do it on like the Camaros and all that good stuff. So there is a way to do it to all vehicles, and there's a purpose behind it. Like I said, we'll explain that more. But yeah, guys, so I've been just sitting here chatting too much. I know you're waiting to get to the good stuff. We'll get this thing cleaned up. I'll be back with you here in just a few. All right, guys, so we got the car cleaned up. I didn't go as in depth as I normally do for cleaning up the car. I'm gonna finish that up once I get done doing this install. But while I have good lighting, wanted to go ahead and get into it. So I'll flip the camera around, take you step by step of what we got to do. Like I said, should be relatively easy. The most difficult part is going to be removing the intake, which really isn't that hard, but with running the strut bar, I'm going to have to release one side of that. But yeah, let me flip the camera around. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys, excuse me. So I'm going to release this side of my strut bar. I'm actually thinking about getting some quick releases for when I'm doing stuff like this, but that'll be a later date, later time, later video, all that good stuff. But the tube that runs right back up underneath the intake here into your motor, we're going to be removing all of that and plugging it off. And then also on this side, this tube right here. So once I get all that done, I'm going to try to set the camera up here. We'll see if we can get you some good angles and shots of me doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna get it going. I'll explain everything to you guys, like I said. If I can't get good video and talk my way through it while I'm doing it with you guys. Went and grabbed the portable toolbox, so I got the tools up here. Like I said, overall should be fairly simple, but just like anytime you work on a car, what it should be and what it can be, as we all know, can be two different things. But overall, literally guys, not that big of a deal. And I'll explain the form and function of it, and also it will give a little bit cleaner. We'll get, you know, rid of some hoses and stuff, so it will help kind of tie everything together in the motor aesthetically as well, and give it that nice visual look. So all right guys, give me a sec, we'll get going. And like that guys, like I said, it should be easy. It's not that the task is hard, excuse me. I need to go get a bigger socket. Unfortunately, I don't have a 23 millimeter, so it's a good time to upgrade my tool set. So I'm gonna run to the good old Harbor Freight, grab some new sockets. I'll show you why really quick, show you what I've done so far, and what you need to do. I'm gonna go grab that socket or socket set, come back, and we'll get the rest of this done. All right, so you can see here's the stock hose that sits in just like that. Literally, you're gonna take a pair of pliers, reuse the stock clamp back on the top, the cap, sorry, comes with the kit. Reuse that stock clamp. Working on getting this piece of the PVC out. So once I go get that, we'll pull that out, put the new fittings in, get the breather on this side, then we'll move over here to the driver's side. So by the time you guys see me again, I'll be back from getting what I need, and we'll get back into it. All right guys, so as you can see, got the throttle body off to be able to get back there. This back filter or breather was kind of a pain. I trimmed a little bit of the rubber on the inside just because it didn't want to completely fit over, but I did get it finally on there tight enough. And because I'm running the strut bar, went ahead and lifted this side. As you can see, also have the intake pulled forward. So we're going to repeat or reverse the process. To take the throttle body off, you got to grab yourself a set of hex. It's just the 4 up and around that feed through the back of the throttle body. Eventually we'll be doing the 75 millimeter upgrade and all that. And as you can see, after I went and got the proper fitting, so this isn't going to worry me too much. This should sit straight up and down, but I am running a torque damper, so I'm not overly worried about it, to be honest. But we got that snugly secured in there, so we'll get that cleaned up. Eventually I might actually try to find a little bit smaller breather filter with blue for this front one, because it doesn't with the red match. But for now I'm good with it. So we'll get all this put back together. Gonna clean up the throttle body a little bit before reinstalling. And like it's not overly dirty, but what you do see is the buildup, because on the bottom of your intake, which I haven't capped it yet, with the way that this works, basically to break it down, is it creates suction obviously through your intake, and all the blow by, it feeds it back through to recycle it for emissions and whatnot. So this is the same concept as running like a catch can, except for now it will disperse basically into the air and release that pressure, and you won't get a whole bunch going. So I don't have a whole lot of problems with burning oil anyway. So what little bit I do here and there, this will help resolve that issue. I'll do a follow-up after I've ran it for a while, let you guys know my thoughts on it. And I'm also going to go ahead and clean up some of the mess in there, since I have things off and out right now. So sit tight guys. Once it's all finished and cleaned back up, I'll show you what we got. So there you have it guys, everything installed. Like I said, it's not really that hard of a job. A little bit tedious just because on the back side you do have to pull the throttle body off your intake, but overall fairly simple. Like I said, I'll do a follow-up. Things should be good to go. And I'll let you know my overall thoughts on it, just so you guys know what we did. Somebody pulling up the driveway, sorry guys. What we did remove here, as you can see, we have the stock port and tubes. And one of the reasons I decided to do it, this is the one that runs off the backside near the throttle body and the intake. As you can see, started to crack. I don't believe I had any leaks in it. I did start the car, runs fine, idles fine. If you do have any cracking and stuff like that, you might have to go through the sequence of doing a relearn on your idle. But overall, no issues for me, so very happy about that. And I personally like the way it looks, other than the red doesn't match blue, but that's not a big deal. Like I said, in the future, I can go ahead and find a blue breather. The backside doesn't bother me at all. You can't even see it down in there, but right there, if you peek a little bit, you can see it. And we got to do some more cleaning because, as you can see, I got dust, which I don't like. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, finish getting the G cleaned up on the interior, wipe down the outside a little bit more, and get it up to a reasonable standard for myself. With that said, again, thank you guys so much for taking time to check in. I hope you enjoyed this video. We do have some more stuff coming up. I do have some stuff currently in transit on the way for the G. So I was hoping it'd be here today to combine with this video. But as soon as it gets here, we'll go ahead and reveal that to you guys and get the stuff put on the car. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have anything else. Like I said, we do have that other giveaway that's going to be coming up. And again, guys, just genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for all the support. All you new subscribers that have joined the channel, thank you guys for subscribing, and welcome to the family, if you will. And for all you OG subscribers, guys and gals, thank you so much for helping spread the word and get us to where we're at. Like I said, we're not huge, but that's all right, guys. That's not what I'm about. I'm not trying to be the #1 YouTuber out there. I just want to have a place where we can all talk shop, if you will, talk cars, help each other out, and have a community. Remember, guys, stop building for the masses, but overall, the most important thing you can do, be kind to each other. I'll see you on the next one. Till then.